Hello everybody, welcome back. So I recently put up a makeup holy grails video and I had a comment on that video asking if I could do the same for hair care. And I saw that comment and immediately thought, I don't think I've really got any hair care holy grails, but actually thinking about it, I do, and I've managed to compile a list of 8 items, which I didn't think I would have that many hair care holy grails. So that is obviously what today's video is about. I'm going to talk about my hair care holy grails. So these are items that I have either repurchased in the past, or if it's the first time you're trying them, I would repurchase. And I would repurchase them because they just work wonders for my hair. And I'm going to start off with a shampoo. Now this is a detox shampoo. I've bought a couple of bottles of this and it's the Ouai detox shampoo. I do currently have a Klorane one in my shower. I wanted to try a different brand to see if that would be any different to Ouai, and I'm not as impressed with it. It doesn't do as good a job as the Ouai one does. So I wouldn't repurchase the Klorane one, but once I've used it up, I would again repurchase the Ouai one. And this shampoo is brilliant for just making my hair feel refreshed. It doesn't leave it super squeaky clean to the point where it's really silky smooth and then starts to get greasy like that. But it also doesn't thoroughly cleanse my hair to the point where my hair feels heavy and weighed down. It's a really beautiful in-between feeling. And I use this shampoo maximum of once a week. Now I do usually use it when I oil my roots, but I'm not really in the routine of doing that at the moment. If I am, I would oil my roots before I wash my hair once a week, so that is when I would use the Ouai detox shampoo to make sure that all of the oil has been removed. But if I feel like I've had a lot of product on my hair, if my hair feels especially dirty, especially greasy and oily, then I would use that detox shampoo. Now I get quite greasy, quite oily roots fairly quickly. I do need to wash my hair every 3 days, and on that 3rd day it's not looking good at all. And that shampoo has been such a useful and important addition into my hair care routine, because like I say, it's just really good at refreshing my hair but without weighing down my hair. It's just a beautiful shampoo to make it feel so kind of like lightweight and healthy and radiant, and my roots just feel really clean and refreshed afterwards. It's got a lovely scent of apples because I think it does contain some apple cider vinegar in there. And I don't need to use too much of it as well. I would use the same amount or a similar amount as I would my regular shampoo. So about the size of like £2 coin maybe. Sorry if you're not from the UK and you don't know how big a £2 coin is. But yeah, I don't need to use loads of it to make my hair feel refreshed afterwards. Now it is a little bit pricey because it's Ouai. I think it's about £24, but like I always suggest, try and get it on a discount if you can. But also the bottle of this, I think it's a 300ml bottle. This would take me about 6 months to get through, so spending 48-50 quid on a year on a detox shampoo, I personally am okay with that. I'm alright spending that money on that, and it's a product that works for me, that I really enjoy using, I get great results from, and I've bought a few times in the past, so I know it works. So I don't have a regular, I suppose, shampoo and conditioner in this video. I've yet to find my perfect holy grail shampoo and conditioner for my hair. I found some nice ones, but I don't think that they would be classed as holy grails. So if you've got very similar hair to me, fine, flat, gets oily, greasy quite quickly. It's healthy, it's not dry. I don't suffer from a lot of like breakage or frizziness, for example. But if you have similar hair to me and you found a shampoo and conditioner that works, please do let me know. Next, I'm going to talk about a mask. I have finished up my first tub of this. I've yet to repurchase it because it seems to be out of stock everywhere, so hopefully it's not discontinued. But it is the Ouai Fine to Medium hair mask, and this is a beautiful product to make my hair just feel silky and smooth and hydrated. It feels nourished, it doesn't weigh my hair down again, and this is a mask that says you can apply in your roots as well as your lengths and your ends, and I didn't do that for the first few times because I thought, oh, that's really going to weigh my hair down, but whatever excess I had on my hands I did kind of like run through my roots, and it didn't feel heavy, it didn't make my hair get greasier and oilier any quicker. So it's nice that I've found a mask that I can use on my roots to hydrate my roots, I suppose, but without making my hair need to be washed the very next day. And I would use this about once a month, possibly, as and when I felt like I needed an extra boost of hydration, or if I felt like I hadn't used the product in a while, I would then go and use it, comb it through my hair with my fingers. I would tend to use this when I'm in the bath actually, not when I'm in the shower. Leave it for about 10 minutes, I think, and then wash out, and it washes out really well. I don't feel like I have to spend loads of time washing out the mask, and I'm thinking, well, can I still feel it in my hair? So it's a really easy product to wash off afterwards, and I love the results, and I just really hope that it's not discontinued and that I can find it again somewhere and buy it, because I'm currently without a hair mask. Okay, so let's talk about some products that I put in my hair when I've come out of the shower. So after I have washed and conditioned my hair, I will use a microfiber hair towel, and actually that should be a holy grail. The difference I've noticed in having a microfiber hair towel is so much better. It's a lot more gentle on my hair, it gets rid of a lot more moisture from my hair, and it also means that my hair dries a bit quicker as well naturally, so that's interesting. So yeah, microfiber hair towel is another one. But anyway, I would squeeze out the excess moisture from my hair with that microfiber hair towel, and then I would use a leave-in conditioner. I have tried 2 leave-in conditioners. The first one was an Aveda one, I'm pretty sure. Comes highly recommended, it's got a long name. Daily Remedy Damage Repair, something along those lines. It was alright, it was a cream one. And then I watched some of Chris Wenzel's YouTube videos. He is a hairdresser down in Florida, I do believe, and he recommended this one by Pureology. This is the Colour Fanatic Multitasking Leave-In Spray, and on the back it's got 21 different things that this leave-in conditioner does, which is amazing. And this is my second bottle. Love this product, this is brilliant. I spray about 6 to 8, I try to keep it nearer the 6 sprays in my lengths and ends, and what I do is I take it to one side and I lay the ends in the palm of my hand if I can, and I make sure that one spray, at least one spray, gets the very ends, and then I do the rest of the sprays throughout the lengths of my hair, brush it through, and it just helps with the detangling process, but it also helps my hair feel a lot more smooth and nourished and hydrated. If I'm being really lazy with my hair and I haven't used this afterwards, the difference again is amazing, because it's then so much more difficult to brush, and then once my hair is dry it just doesn't look or feel as nice. So I really do notice the difference with this. Now again, Pureology, it's not the cheapest brand, but this is my second bottle, and I think my first bottle lasted me again somewhere in the region of 6 months, so it's not a product that I'm having to buy every single month. Now if you have longer hair than me, thicker hair than me, then you're probably going to have nearer 10 to 12 sprays out of this bottle, so you will get through it twice the speed that I will get through it, for example, so do just bear that in mind. But it's a brilliant product. Again, once this one has been used up, I would repurchase it. Excellent product, would highly recommend. So on hair wash day, once I have blow dried my hair, I would then put a little bit of oil in the very ends, and then any excess I would run up the length of my hair. And the hair oil that I'm using, and I think I'm pronouncing this right, I think it is a soft G, is the Gisou honey infused hair oil. This is a 50ml bottle, and I've got just under half of this left. I've probably got about a third of this left, and I would just pipette out a very small amount into the palms of my hands, rub my hands together, and then just go through the end like this. I would try to actually first split my hair in two, and then I would do that, and I would go back and forth between each half of my hair. Do that again, so any excess, and then go through like this through the ends of my hair. And what it helps to do is that it helps to nourish the very ends of your hair, so it helps to stop or prevent as many breakages, as many kind of like split ends in your hair. It gives moisture to the very ends of your hair, because the leave-in conditioner gives moisture to your mid-lengths, to your lengths and to your ends, but the oil is just for your ends. So it helps to really nourish the ends of your hair, helps to promote hair growth as well, because it's preventing any kind of like breakages and any sort of like splitting and snapping off of the very ends of your hair. But it also adds a bit of shine and a bit of like smoothness to my hair as well. It helps to kind of bring everything a little bit more together and stop it looking as fluffy, I suppose. And you don't need much of that hair oil. Like I said, I've got about a third of this left, and I bought this probably about a year ago. So although this is quite an expensive hair oil, I think it was around about £40 or something, it lasts you for absolutely ages because you need only a very small amount of it. You should only really be applying it on hair wash days, maybe a little bit a few days afterwards. If you notice that it is lacking a little bit of moisture, you can again put a little bit more in it. But yeah, you don't need a lot of it. 50ml bottle, and it lasts for a long amount of time, and I love the results from it. I think it is a brilliant hair oil, and I have no doubts that I would be repurchasing this one because it is brilliant. My only downside to this, but I think I would notice this with other brands, is that the bottle itself gets quite oily, and there have been a few times where I've gone to pick it up and it's slipped because the outside of the bottle is quite oily. But yeah, I don't think that's a flaw on this brand. I think it is just the nature of that kind of product. So next is a hairspray. It is the L'Oreal Elnett hairspray. I tend to go for the normal hold, so it's nothing too heavy. Now, I don't use this that often, and that's just because I don't style my hair that often, but when I do and when I want it to stay in place, I will go for this hairspray, and I've bought numerous cans of this over the years. It's just my go-to hairspray. I don't even question other hairsprays, I just go for this. I'm not interested in trying other brands. It's fairly affordable. I mean, this is the massive, how big is this, 400ml can, so it is quite large, and it just works. It helps to kind of keep my style in place, but it doesn't go excuse me, really crispy or really like sticky and strands of my hair are all separated. It makes it still look smooth but holds the style in place. So although it's one that I don't use that often, when I do, I get brilliant results from it, and it's a hairspray that I will continue to have in my collection for many more years to come. So next is a dry shampoo, and I have tried numerous dry shampoos over the years. I've tried them from so many different brands. The two brands that I tended to stick to were Batiste, because it was really good. I got good results from it, and it was fairly affordable. It was fairly cheap, one of the cheapest dry shampoos you can come across. But when I watch hair videos from professionals, they always recommend Living Proof. Now, Living Proof is about 20 quid. It's a lot of money for a dry shampoo, and I use a dry shampoo most days. So it's a product that I would use up every month, and £20 every month on a dry shampoo is just a lot of money to be spending. And to be honest with you, I didn't really notice many sort of differences between that and Batiste. But I kept buying it because it was one that lots of hairdressers kept recommending, until I had a few comments on whatever, one of my videos, I can't remember the video now, about trying Klorane dry shampoo. And I've tried 2 bottles of it. I've tried I think just the original one, I think it's like an oat one, and the volumizing one. I prefer the volumizing one. That one is brilliant. It gives a bit of volume to my roots, which is quite a difficult thing to do. My hair is naturally very flat, and it's quite difficult to get volume in my roots, but that dry shampoo does give a bit of volume, and it's brilliant at refreshing my hair, making my hair look so much more, or so much less greasy, actually more refreshed, more like it would look on hair wash day. But it doesn't weigh the hair down. It doesn't have stubborn white bits that are really difficult to kind of get rid of. It doesn't leave a sticky tacky texture in your hair. It's just a brilliant dry shampoo. Now, I am using another one by Klorane. This is the one that's like a powder. Not as keen on that one. I find that one a bit more difficult to kind of evenly disperse throughout my hair, and I find that it lightens my hair as well. So once I've used that one up, I will repurchase the volumizing one, because that one is brilliant. I've now found my holy grail dry shampoo. Slightly more expensive than Batiste, maybe like double the price, but still less than half the price of Living Proof, and it's brilliant. I would not look for another dry shampoo now. So as long as they keep making the volumizing one, that is the one that I will continue to just keep repurchasing now. So it's great when you find a holy grail product. It's great that I now have a holy grail dry shampoo, and if you've not tried it, again, would recommend it. And also thank you for the people that did suggest Klorane as well. And then the last 2 things I want to talk about are accessories, I suppose. The first is a hairbrush. Now, my hair, I think where it's quite fine, it's quite thin, it knots very easily. And when I was a teenager, or maybe even younger than that as well actually, I had real difficulties getting the knots out of my hair, especially after washing my hair. It was just such a difficult process trying to detangle my hair when I'd washed it. It was a nightmare. And I was living back at home, obviously, because I was a teenager, I think maybe a late teenager at this point, can't quite remember. But my mum was watching one of the shopping channels and she called me in and said, "What do you think about this hairbrush?" And I watched the presentation, and obviously they're all very positive, very optimistic, because they're trying to sell you a product. And people had wet hair and this hairbrush was just gliding through the hair, no problem whatsoever. And I watched it and I thought, well, they're probably exaggerating because they want to sell you a product, but it's a decent price. There's no harm in trying it. If it doesn't work, we can just send it back. And it arrived, and it's the wet brush. And this is the one that I currently have. It is a brilliant, brilliant brush. It is just so good at basically just brushing my hair. It just runs through the hair so well, gets rid of tangles really easily. It's really gentle, it doesn't pull. And I was always a little bit like, oh, using a brush on wet hair, that's not something you should be doing, you should be using a comb. But this is designed to be used on wet hair, and it is just so much better at detangling my hair and brushing through my hair once I've gotten out of the shower and I've washed it. The process is done in like 20 seconds compared to honestly about 5 or 10 minutes before, when years ago when I used to use a comb. So much quicker, so much more gentle on my hair. I have tried a couple of tangle teasers whilst also using a wet brush. Not as keen on them. I do have a tangle teaser that's in a compact, but that's quite handy for travel because the bristles are protected. But wet brushes I will continue to repurchase. This is the Pro one, I think. They're around about £10 roughly. Again, you can get them from lots of places, so you know you can get yourself a good discount on them. And they're just an excellent hairbrush. I love them. They're so gentle. They make brushing my hair, detangling my hair so much easier, especially as well, where is it, coupled with the Pureology leave-in conditioner. Those two together, so much easier. So yeah, if you struggle with really tangled hair, if you want something gentle to brush through your hair, get yourself a wet brush. And then the last product are silk hair ties. I've got a couple here. This one is more like a general like ponytail hair tie, or if I am putting my hair into a low plait for going to bed, I will use this smaller one to tie it up with. But then I also have a scrunchie as well, and that's just if I want to whack my hair up or put it into a bun. And silk hair ties like this are just so much more gentle on your hair. Silk, it's a beautiful gentle material, and it just helps to kind of prevent so much the kinks that you get in your hair from tighter hair bands. Less breakage, less splitting. It's a lot softer, a lot kinder to your hair to go for something a bit more gentle like this. And you don't have to spend a lot of money on silk hair ties. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. These I think came from Only Curls, and they're brilliant. I got a pack of 3 in these and a pack of 3 in those as well, and they come in lots of different colours. And I would go back to Only Curls and repurchase these once they have sort of split. I think this is my only hair scrunchie that I have now from them, because the other two have split, but it's because they're the only hair ties that I wear. I wore them so much, got so much use out of them that they did eventually just start falling apart. So they were very, very well loved. Brilliant hair ties, so soft, so gentle. I only use those now when I tie my hair up. So again, if you're after something more gentle when it comes to tying your hair up, go and get yourself a silk hair tie. So those are my hair care essentials, so a lot more than I thought I would have. So thank you very much for the video suggestion. Please also let me know in the comments down below your hair care essentials as well, especially, like I say, if you have hair very similar to mine and you found a shampoo and a conditioner that really works for you. I'd love to know about it. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting, entertaining, whatever. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon for my next one. Bye.